We rolling.
We're rolling.
We just about to start off like this?
Let's do it.
No intro?
Organic, bro.
Organic. What's up, guys? I'm Alex. It's my man, Chris.
Yo.
How are you doing, bro?
I'm doing great.
Bro, how's your stomach?
Bro, my stomach is cool now. Last night was tough.
Yo, we did the Hot Ones Challenge last night at Youth. Bro.
Sketchy.
Angie and his wife, Aubrey. Yo, Aubrey was taking it like a G, though.
Yeah. Now, she likes the hot stuff.
She likes the hot stuff.
She's like crying. It's so good.
Nah, it was hot, bro.
Yeah, that zombie apocalypse?
That's a good one, though. That was the hottest one, but like it had the best flavor, I feel like.
Yeah. The other ones were super vinegary.
Nah, I feel like that pineapple habanero.
That was a good flavor. That wasn't hot, though.
But we only put a little dab. If we drenched it like we did the other ones, it might have tasted better. Or been a little hotter.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe lightweight.
Yeah, I don't know. You want to introduce yourself a little bit?
Cool, yeah. What's up? Chris, Pastor Chris. Bishop, no, I'm not bishop. But yeah, I'm the youth pastor over at ICLV.
Yeah.
And man, it's my man right here. This guy helps us out a lot with our youth ministry.
Yeah,
and
trying.
Love what we're doing.
Yeah. How's it been like transitioning? Like,
it's been crazy.
You want to talk about, obviously you came from SAC.
Yeah.
What did you and
Can't
Aubrey,
tell. You know what I'm saying?
Right. What did you and Aubrey do out there?
Like the beam. So Aubrey had just finished her master's to be a teacher. Mm-hmm. So that's always been her dream, like to be a teacher. Mm-hmm. And then I was like doing 100 things. My main job, I was working for a nonprofit. I was going to high schools, middle schools, talking about drugs and alcohol, telling kids about marijuana and stuff like that.
Right.
And then marketing, graphic design, volunteer staff at the church. Had quite a few different hats going on at the same time. And then I was also, for most of that season, my son, up until he was about 1, I was at home with him because during COVID, I was doing a lot of working from home, and he was born during...
Is he a COVID baby?
Yeah, he's a COVID baby.
Okay.
So during that time, I was able to work from home and have him. Yeah. So a lot of my work was like doing it late at night, you know, once Aubrey got home. Right. But for the most part, like I was with him all day.
Right. So Aubrey was teaching.
Yeah. Yeah. She did her student teaching, and she had just finished her program. So she was doing some subbing, but she was working full time. She was getting long-term subbing positions and stuff like that. So she was working full time in the schools. Yeah.
How was it growing up in Sacramento? You want to talk about like your upbringing a little bit?
Oh, I love Sac, man. That's home.
Yeah.
You know, when I was a kid, I was in the glory years of the Kings.
Right.
When we got cheated by the refs. You know, when Kobe elbowed Bibby in the face.
Oh no, nothing about none of that.
Bro, how do you punch somebody and then they're like, yo, he fouled you? Like Kobe elbowed Bibby in the face and they were like, oh, Bibby just fouled Kobe.
Dang.
Bro,
I didn't even see it, so I can't even speak on it.
It's horrible. It's horrible. There he's guarding him, and he's straight like UFC elbows him.
Flagrant 1.
2, bro. Like he's out, but they're like, oh no, Bibby, your face got in the way of his elbow, so that's a foul.
Well, that's funny.
It was so bad. There's the whole Netflix documentary on like the refs like betting and all this and that. And one of the biggest ones.
Oh, so it was like janky like that.
No,
the refs were betting?
Yeah, the refs were betting. Yeah.
And it's a rumor or is this legit?
No, it's legit. All the refs, they got caught. There's a whole Netflix documentary on it.
And bro. Kobe.
Yeah, so they played us, bro.
What year
that
was
our
this?
year? 02?
Oh, bro. Long time ago.
Bro, it still hurts though. Check this out.
Bro, 21 years
longest sports history without a playoff. We just finally made it back last year. 16 years.
Yeah.
No playoffs. Being the joke of the NBA.
How'd you guys do last season, though? You guys did good, right?
Yeah, we made it to the first round. We almost beat the Warriors.
Yeah.
I mean, almost don't count, but hey, for us.
You guys, it was 3 and what? 3 and 4?
Yeah.
You guys lost 3-4?
Yeah. Went 7,
Game
bro.
7?
Went 7.
Against the Warriors, that's legit.
Yeah. That last game was tough, though.
Bro, who won the finals last year? The Celtics?
Nah,
no, the Heat.
Nuggets.
The Nuggets. The Heat won the previous year.
Yeah, no, he didn't win. He made it to the finals.
The Heat didn't win the previous year?
Nah, who won the year before? Bucks? I can't even tell you, bro.
Dang, maybe I'm tripping.
That's how whack it was.
This is how much I know about the NBA.
I love me some basketball. Hey, the Aces are tough too, though.
Yeah, the Aces are tough.
Yeah.
No, nobody goes to the games though.
Nah, they're selling out, bro.
Nah, Angie and I almost went to a game. Courtside was like
$20.
yeah, about $100 a ticket. Almost went.
Hey, but they're like almost like their record's
No, they're
crazy.
killing it though, bro. They're killing
They
it.
lost like 10 games or something.
Yeah,
crazy.
no, they're killing it.
Yeah, I don't follow it enough, but
They've
I know that
what they're on the 3P right now or the 2P?
2P.
Yeah, they're killing it.
Yeah, they're gonna win again.
Yeah, Golden Knights just won too.
Golden Knights won.
Vegas on the roll.
Vegas on a roll, and then
The Raiders
spring.
were kind of weak though.
Yeah,
the Raiders were weak.
Yeah, they've been weak though.
The Oakland A's are coming though.
Oakland A's are coming next spring. They're supposed to announce the NBA team here too.
Yeah, bro. LeBron said he wants to own,
Right?
be a part owner in it.
Yeah.
LeBron got bread though, so
Yeah.
you never know.
Yeah. Hopefully, who does a better job than Jordan? Jordan's a terrible owner.
Yeah, the Charlotte Hornets.
But talk about business. I forget what the numbers are.
Mm-hmm.
He made some ridiculous, because nobody cared about the Charlotte Hornets when he
Mhm.
bought it. And even though the team was trash, he just sold his share.
Mm-hmm.
And
He did?
yeah,
So he's not even owner no more.
no. But he made a killing.
How much?
It was like a couple $100 million.
Couple $100 million? Was he majority owner or?
Yeah.
I thought a couple $100 million is because sports teams
For
are
a
worth,
trash
like-
team?
Yeah, for a trash team. Yeah.
Sorry, Charlotte.
Yeah.
Shout out
How
to
we
Charlotte.
how we sounding, Matt?
Sounding good.
There you
We
go.
had some technical difficulties. We've been trying to start this podcast for the past hour. And this dude Matt's just been messing with the wire like this. Trying to get the buzzing to go away. We're upgrading to DJI mics next podcast.
Right.
Yeah.
DJI, if you want to sponsor, holler.
If you want to sponsor, send us some free mics.
Right.
And
But-
then we'll go from there.
But isn't this launching a small business is? Like all these little things, you think you got the right thing,
Yeah.
and all these little nuances that
Yeah.
you just have to learn in the process.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I feel like every podcast is hopefully getting better. Like the first podcast, we didn't have Matt. It was just Angie and I.
Yeah.
The lighting was weak. It was a cool podcast though, like what we talked about, but we're getting better. Got the setup looking a little better.
I like
Shout-
the variations.
Yeah, exactly. We're switching it up. I was gonna say shout out So Podcast. You're gonna see that episode coming in soon.
Coming in hot.
Did you grew up in Sac? Like you were born and raised?
I was born in Washington State. I was born in Bremerton. My dad was in the Navy.
Mm.
So I was born in a little Navy town out there. I was there for a couple years. My whole life, I thought I was only there for like a couple months.
Mm-hmm.
Found out recently I was there for like 2 or 3 years.
Dang,
But,
so you're not
I
even
mean-
a Sac native, bro.
Nah.
That's crazy.
But yeah, and then moved back to Sac because my family's from Sac.
Yeah.
So once my dad finishes stint in the Navy, went back to Sac, and then pretty much been there my whole life.
So you didn't really move around when he was in the Navy. He was just only in that one spot.
No,
and then-
he was just in that one spot. He just kind of was like finishing out his,
Mhm.
what he signed up for, and then that was it.
Yeah.
He was in the subs, so he was out at sea for like under the water, bro, for 6 months at a time.
Bro, submarines are crazy.
Crazy.
The nuclear subs.
That's what he was on.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Had his
like,
finger on that button, like, who wants it? Nah.
Nah, bro.
Who wants to smoke?
Right. Nah, bro, those subs are crazy. Like, there's like this, not a conspiracy, but I guess one of the guys, one of the ex-military guys
Mm-hmm.
that was in the sub in Antarctica
Wow.
was talking about like how much like U.S. military technology
Yeah.
there is in Antarctica that nobody knows about, bro. Like crazy.
You ever seen
stuff.
that G.I. Joe movie?
No, I haven't.
It was weak, but if you like G.I. Joe, you watched it anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like the Transformers movies.
No, I haven't.
Trash, but hey, I watch them because I just like Transformers.
What was it about?
But anyway, the G.I. Joe movie, there was a scene where like they had this whole underwater base and it was like in Antarctica or
Oh,
something
okay,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah, it was all crazy.
Bro, the submarines get down, bro, like deep. Like the enemy people don't even know there's a submarine underneath them. Type.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And the way that those missiles are, my dad said, like, depending on where they were stationed, like, they could hit whoever they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
If they gave them the red light, the green light,
Mm-hmm. Over with.
yeah,
Bro, it's crazy though that like
it's crazy.
the president, bro, they could do so many things with like push of a button, bro.
Push a button, bro.
Start a whole world war.
It's crazy to think about.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. We're safe. We're in Las Vegas.
Yeah, ain't nothing
Yeah.
going on here
Nah, except for the aliens.
except for the aliens,
Yeah.
bro. They've been coming out with a lot of alien stuff lately.
All this alien
Bro,
stuff.
there was a thing on the news of like the metro, like the body cam
Yeah.
of them pulling up to like a 911 call, and someone said there was an alien in their backyard.
Dang. Oh yeah, I think it's.
Bro, but there was like a few neighbors that were saying the same thing. They
Yeah.
were like, we heard this crazy noise and we seen this like green thing in the sky, and all of a sudden they were like, there's like this 10-foot person in my backyard.
It was just one of the Aces players. Bro.
I'm like, no,
Yeah.
legit.
It was the center.
Right.
Yeah. Sure.
Right. Big and lanky.
Yeah.
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So after SAC, obviously you moved here.
Yeah. So we moved here. It's been almost a year, bro. We moved here last October, end of last October.
How did you even get the chance to like become the youth pastor at ICLV? Like, what was that like? Like, who hit you up?
Yeah.
Or who did you hit up?
I didn't hit up anybody. I hit up Jesus. Real talk. Like, so I'm doing all these vocations, you know, doing all little side hustles and things like that. I loved our church in SAC, Elevate Life, man.
Mhm.
We love it. Pastor Sergio, like, I never knew what it meant to have a spiritual father until I had him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like nothing in me was like, we're dipping.
Right.
You know, there was no intention, no nothing.
Right.
But like I said, I was doing a bunch of things at once. And man, my heart has always been for ministry,
Mm-hmm.
you know, to serve in that capacity. I went to ministry school a long time ago, and just the path that God had me on was serving at a local church, a local like church plant, and being committed there. And along the way, like probably had 12 to 13 different opportunities to leave, to be in full-time ministry somewhere or be paid ministry somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I just always sought God on it, and was like, hey, you know, is this what I should do? Is this what I should do? And I never heard anything say like, yeah, leave, go to this place or go that place.
Yeah.
So I'm in volunteer ministry in SAC, and had been there for almost 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And just felt like, okay, like God was prompting me, like, okay, it's time to pursue getting back into like vocational, like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, working at a church.
Mm-hmm.
And so I literally just said, okay. I was talking to the kids about this today at chapel, and I was just like, you know, I just took a simple step of obedience. I heard God say, just, hey, fast and pray, and pray about, you know, what that would look like and stuff. So I did. I took a week to just fast and pray. In my mind, because I had a couple different businesses that I was running Facebook ads and stuff for, that was going to pick up a little bit. I could tell my full-time job, hey, I'm going to go part-time, because, you know, running ads, you can do that. You can flex that. You can do whatever time you need to.
Yeah.
There's a lot of flexibility in, you know, being your own business owner. So I was hoping my business was going to pick up, and I can give more time to the church.
Right.
Literally in the middle of that fast, bro, I get a phone call from one of my mentors, and I was like, as soon as I saw the phone ring, I was like, babe, Mace is calling me. She's like, oh no, he's going to offer you a job. I was like, yeah, probably. I should probably pick it up though, because, you know, it's ringing. So
Wait, who called you?
Pastor Mace. Yeah,
Oh,
Mason.
okay.
So I pick up, talk to him. I've always kept a good relationship with him. He's always been a big brother from afar. Like, you know, when it comes to ministry and stuff, always somebody I respect, look up to.
Right.
So there's a handful of dudes that I was like, okay, if they gave me a call, you know, I would consider like working for. And you know, he was on that list. So we chopped it up. Was telling me, hey, we were looking for a children's pastor and a youth pastor, and I know that you've done youth ministry and children's ministry, and Aubrey's done children's ministry. Would you guys consider, you know, coming to Vegas? And I was honest with him. I was like, honestly, bro, like, if I wasn't literally in the middle of fasting and praying about getting into ministry again in a job setting, like career setting, I would say no. Yeah. Like, I've never been to Vegas. I don't know nothing about Vegas. I got no family out there. Yeah. Like, it's you crazy. Know, nothing. But I'm in the middle of this fast, and you hit me up. So I got to believe that God's on it. You know. So he was like, yeah, let's arrange something. Let's set up a Zoom meeting with some of our leads here, and you know, see if maybe we can fly you guys out, and you guys can check out Vegas and see what God does. Yeah. And he was like, honestly, man, just, you know, I don't want you to think this is gonna hurt our relationship. Like, we want it to be a fit,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So I was like, okay, we'll check
When
it
was
out.
this?
This was about a year ago this time, about last September, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was a trip. You know what's funny, man, is
When he
earlier
hit
that
you up last September.
yeah, I was like I think it was the end of July, beginning of September.
August.
July, August, yeah, whatever it is. August into September. That way. It was
Something
like
that.
August, yeah. Somewhere in the summer. I don't know. It was a short turnaround.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is at the beginning of the year, I was talking to Aubrey about, hey, let's take a trip to Vegas this summer.
Mm-hmm.
And we had like, we just decided not to and stuff. So we're like, oh, okay. And then randomly, like, oh, guess we are going to Vegas this summer.
That's crazy.
It was crazy. We didn't even think about that until later.
Yeah.
But yeah. So came out here, checked it out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, me, my wife, my son.
Mm-hmm.
He's 1.5 at the time, something like that. So we're going around checking out Vegas and saying, okay, what is this, really about?
Mm-hmm.
And just God give us some direction. Spoke at the youth ministry. Thought that went well. We're like, okay, God, we felt something on it.
Mm-hmm.
And again, which was so weird because if anything, my hope was like, okay, we're going to go do this. And if anything, it'll just reaffirm that where we're supposed to be,
Mm-hmm.
But I got to at least say, okay, God, I gave God a chance to hey, what is it that you're trying to show me?
Right.
And we were both just like, dang, I feel drawn here.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a trip. So we took another week just to pray about it, try to navigate some of that. And we both just asked God for a word. I just said, hey, God, give me a word. And I think it was the following Sunday. The word that had been on my heart was gosh, sorry, spacing.
No, you're good.
Reclaim.
Mm-hmm.
Reclaim. And I was like, I was talking to Aubrey. I forget, we were going to something for church that night. And I was like, hey, babe, what do you think of I said, man, I've been asking God for a word. And I just keep hearing the word reclaim.
Mm-hmm.
And she was whatever she was doing, she stopped and was just like, yo, tell me why I was driving and I saw something that said reclaim.
Mm-hmm.
And that word has just been...
It's just been in our mind.
Been on my mind.
Crazy.
And we both had this word. We're like, okay, that's what we need.
Mm-hmm.
We both got a word from God. Didn't fully know what it meant at the time.
Mm-hmm.
We both felt like that was the word for this season and for what we're stepping into.
Mm-hmm.
Met with my pastors, man. I love my pastor, Sergio. Was talking to him, and I'll never forget, man, because I was one of the only people on our staff that have worked in the church and stuff before.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always known one day I feel called that one day I'm gonna have a church plant or lead a church.
Yeah.
Right. So he's always telling me, hey man, if there's something and you feel like God's on it, we're gonna support you. We're gonna be there for you. We're gonna champion you. Not gonna hold you back.
Right.
You know what I mean? Obviously, if there's red flags, we're gonna let you know.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna do anything out of selfish,
because they want to keep you there.
Yeah. Right. So and they were true to it, man. When I shared with them what was going on, and I had let them know, but even before we were coming to visit, I was like, hey, this is what's going on. I want to keep you in the loop. I love that I was able to bring him out for a conference, and then not just that, but anytime we're home in Sac, we can go there and it's not this awkward, uncomfortable, it's all love, and things went the way they were supposed to.
Right.
But yeah, man, that's really what brought us out here, is just taking steps of faith. And, it's been a crazy experience. It's been a crazy almost a year.
Right.
Hasn't been perfect. Hasn't been, glitz and glamour. It's not greener on the other side. You know what I mean? We didn't realize how much the sacrifice of just full obedience, man, can be.
Yeah.
Full obedience is a sacrifice, dude.
Yeah.
Not having family, not having, all the connections.
Yeah.
You got to think I got 30 plus years of life.
there.
there, right? So I miss all the homies. I miss all my friends, people I was close to. I got friends that are like family.
Right.
I got a really tight-knit community.
Yeah.
But man, when Jesus says go,
you gotta go.
You gotta go. I don't know what God has all in store for us here and in this, as we continue to move forward in ministry and stuff. But I know that I probably would have missed out on a lot by not pursuing Him, by not being obedient.
Absolutely.
And that's the biggest thing, bro, is when God gives you an order. I was talking to the kids today about Noah's Ark, right? The old story. And when in the story in Genesis, when it talks about Noah, God gives him this thing, tells him like something crazy. They ain't never seen rain before. And He says, hey, not only is it going to rain, but you ain't going to see no more ground. Like it's going to flood. Right? And it says that it took Noah, theologians believe, like between 50 and 75 years to build this ark. Imagine, bro, you're working on something for 50 to 75 years. And everybody's like,
what are you doing?
What are you doing?
But you're being obedient.
And you're like, I'm building a boat. The next day, somebody comes up to you like, yo, you're still building this boat? Like, what's up? You're tripping. It still ain't rain, dog. Just clowning you for 50 years. Right?
Crazy,
50 to 75 years. That's a whole lifetime. So he's building this ark, but it says that God gave him all the details. And it just says, and Noah obeyed God. Like, and that's what I feel like we have to do with our lives. Just like, hey, God lays out a plan for us. And it's just saying, even though it sounds crazy, it doesn't make sense. People are going to ridicule you. People are going to mock you. People aren't going to get it. Like, you just obey. You just obey. And I was telling the students today, like, you don't know what your obedience will not just do for your life, but for others' lives. Noah saved his family through obedience. He saved the whole ark. Bro, he saved the whole thing of animals.
All the animals,
Right? Like, just like I saved a bunny last week. I felt that was my Noah moment, bro.
Saving the bunnies. Two bunnies, bro. Two bunnies.
Dude, I'm running a refugee center for bunnies now.
Right. A rehab
clinic.
So from you, like, for them flying you out to ICLV, you guys looking at it, how quick until you decided, like, okay, we're going, and then actually coming? Like, how
was it? A month? I think it was less than a month.
Dang. So you guys found a spot to rent and just came out here.
Bro, just action and faith. Like, so I knew that. So even by the time when we had the interview, and we came out,
I just spilled coffee all over my face.
Hey, yo, keep that. Don't delete that. Let's go.
I got a hole in my lip.
Holy lips. So we came out, visited, did the whole thing. About a week between when we said yes. And then looking at my calendar, like, I was like, man, if I wait too much, I don't want to wait too much into November. Because then the holidays hit and everything else. Right. And, it's just going to be a madhouse. I had literally 2 to 3 weeks booked of speaking engagements for my nonprofit, where I was teaching in schools. So I was like, I know I can't, it's going to be crazy. Bro, I basically went to a house sight and seen just on faith. Not completely like sight and seen, but like they're like, hey, this area in the north is nice, is where most of us kind of live. I'm like, all right, cool. I guess I'm looking for a house there. Google searching and trying to find the right spot. Found a decent deal, found a decent spot. Like, okay. Asked one of the people on staff at the church, like, hey, can you do me a favor and just run out there and like FaceTime me and look around? And she did. She was so sweet, man. She was getting off work. She goes out here to like the north area, like 15 minutes north of the church, right? But she lives all the way in Henderson. So she probably drove an hour from like checking out the house for us. But it was stuff like that, man, that really just kind of reaffirmed, like, there's people that are on this team that are willing to sacrifice and do things for people.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and that's the kind of team environment you want to be around. People that are willing to, you know, go the extra mile for people.
Yeah.
I'll never forget when we first came. There was an issue with our plane or with our rental and stuff. And one of the pastors, she went out of her way to make sure that we were taken care of, making sure we were setting up. You know, there's a lot of churches and a lot of places where they'll just dump that on somebody. You know what I mean? And that she always had a heart just to serve, and still does. And like, I was like, okay, those are the kind of people I want to work with. Yeah, those are the kind of people I want to be on the team with. You know, that's what I have back home. Yeah, you know, people that want to serve and do this thing together and really are willing to sacrifice and serve each other when need be. You know, so yeah, checked everything out and ended up being like, I think about a month, bro, between when we checked it out.
So you move in November 1st?
22nd, October 22nd.
Oh, October.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it was like 3 weeks, dude.
So from the time you move in, when do you start full time at ICOV?
The next day.
Sick.
Yeah, they gave Aubrey a week to adjust and settle in. Yeah. But we flew in. I drove in on the Friday. It was crazy. So my boy was supposed to drive in with me, and he had some health issues. So last minute he had to back out. So I called one of the other homies. Was like, "Hey, bro, I need somebody to help me drive. Like, you got to take the U-Haul and I got to take one of our other cars." My cousin and I drove because we were short a driver. So my cousin and I drove up on Monday, right? Left one of my cars at the airport, flew back home Tuesday morning. And then I taught in schools for 3 days, packed up the truck Thursday afternoon into Friday. We drove the truck and my other car here. One of my boys last minute was like, "Hey, I'm going to make it work." That dude drove with me and flew back the same day.
Crazy.
That's love, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Helped us move in. About 8 hours or so.
Dang.
We made it about 8 hours. Yeah. When I did it in November with my son and the dogs and stuff, I was like 10 hours.
Yeah. All the stopping.
Yeah. But when it's just two homies.
Yeah, quick.
Yeah. Just use a bottle if you need to.
Yeah. No pit stops.
Yeah, no pit stops, bro. You got to do what you got to do. But yeah, man. It was quick, bro. It was quick. Got most of the house as much as I could set up. Got my son's room set up. Yeah. My wife, my son, and my mother-in-law flew in the next day. The next night. So by the time they got there, his room was set up. You know what I mean? They got to walk into a home that was more or less, you know, put together. Yeah. And the next Sunday, the next day was Sunday, and we were in front of the church and saying, "Hey, hi. We're the new youth pastors."
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
At a Sunday, you guys got introduced.
Yeah, bro. But it was quick, dude.
Oh, that's crazy.
It was quick because I just knew, like, one, I just didn't want to prolong anything for anybody else. I knew, like, the church here was in need of. They were in need of the children's pastor and youth pastor. You know, they were in need for those positions. And if I would have pushed back into December, it would have been hard on our family. November, December, like. For sure. You know, all the holidays and all that stuff. Yeah. I don't want to be moving in the middle of all that. Yeah. And then to say, okay, we're going to start in the new year, that's like 2 months out. You know what I mean? While the church is still in need of those positions. So we're just like, hey, if we're going to do this, we're just going to rip the Band-Aid. Yeah, we're just going to do it. And it was hard. Like I said, it was hard. You know, I filled a lot of roles at our previous church. Man, it was hard to leave them and feel like, bro, you know, I'm leaving my team here high and dry. Yeah. But again, it was all love, and they were just like, hey.
They understood.
They're like, hey, if God's calling you, we don't want to hold you back.
Yeah, of course.
You know, God's going to supply to our needs. And praise God, like other people stepped up in certain areas, and you know, those positions got the roles that I was feeling got met. But yeah, it's crazy, bro.
That is crazy.
So
you're almost a year.
Almost a year.
Next month, a year.
Next month.
Bro, would have been
you
like.
Throw me a party?
Yeah, maybe. I'll get together. I'll have youth. I'll have Angie get together with the youth.
There you go.
How's it been? Like the challenges. I know it's been tough.
Yeah. No, it's been crazy tough. Spiritually, it's been tough, man. It's one just stepping into a different authority, stepping into a different role. We've been challenged, man. Like I tell people, I've never had the type of experiences in the short time that I've had here. You know, like demonic encounters. Like I've heard people for years. I grew up in church and stuff. Like talk about demonic encounters and all this and that and whoop-de-woo. But in the first few months of us living in this home, bro, I had like 6 demonic encounters. Like legit. Like I had never experienced. I remember you telling me about it. Never experienced anything like this, bro. I was in a dead sleep, and I was having this. I get sleep paralysis sometimes, and I've learned that that's a demonic attack, right? So, but here's the grace of God. Like before, when I would have these situations, it was paralysis. It was like I'm stuck. I'm pinned. I'm getting held down. And in this new season that we walked into, I'm fighting. Like I'm coming out of my sleep paralysis in the middle of like this thing trying to hold me down. Like Aubrey told me the other day, she woke me up. It was not the other day, it was a while back. But she woke me up and she was like, you can't be here. You can't, like I was telling him, like, you ain't got no business in my house. Get up on out. But I came out of one of these like encounters where I woke up, bro, and I'm wide awake. I'm not in a dream state anymore. And like I look over and there's a demon right here looking at me like a creepy horror movie.
Crazy.
And I look at him and I wasn't scared. I was like, I see you.
It's gotta have authority.
Get out. Get out. And that's how it's been, to being able. And then it's been a few months since we've had any of these type of encounters. But like, man, it's just a new season and stepping into a new authority. And with that, there's a new weight and there's a new like, hey, I'm trying to scare you out this. You know,
some real spiritual warfare. Going on.
So it's been a trip, man. But it's the grace of God, like allowing me to see these things and allowing me to have the confidence in Him, not in myself, but in Him, to just step in that authority and just say, hey, in the name of Jesus,
get up out of my house.
Yeah, get up out of my house.
The enemy really trying to get to you,
yeah,
or was trying to get to you.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I was telling somebody a while back. It was like in a leadership meeting. This is why our relationship with God and our relationship with Jesus is so important personally, right? Because there's that scripture where these guys were trying to cast out demons, and they're like, Jesus, I know Jesus. Paul, I know Paul. But Conor McGregor, who the are you? You know, like, I don't know who you are. Yeah. You got no authority. You got no business. Yeah. You don't have no connection to the vine. You don't have no connection to God.
Right.
I'm not scared of you.
Yeah.
You know, but when we have that authority in God, when we have that connection, that relationship, when we know who we are, we know the authority that we have only through Christ and through God. It's, and it wasn't like a battle. It wasn't this war. It wasn't like I got to scream down the heavens. It was simply, I see you. You have no business in my house. In the name of Jesus, get out. Take whatever homies you got in here with you.
Right.
And deuces. Yeah. Don't come back. And I remember telling him one of these dreams that I had. I said, hey, not only do I not want you in my home, I don't want you in my neighborhood. I don't want you to be creeping around trying to find your way back in. You have no business. And it was a trip. There was, in this one dream I had, there was 2 of them. They looked at me, then they looked at each other, and they literally did like, oh well, all right. Like,
I'm out of here.
Yeah, this dude knows what he's supposed to carry. All right, I guess I am out. Yeah, like it's a trip.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, man. It's just been warfare. And that's just in the spiritual. I mean, in the natural, there's so many like obstacles and trying to adjust to culture and community and, build relationships, build community. We've been able to find people like you guys, you and your wife. There's another couple in youth ministry at another church that we've built a relationship with. Like there's been a couple other people that we've been able to start to build community. But it's only been in the last like couple months that we feel like, oh, finally, don't feel like we're on our own out here. You know? So that's always a stretch, bro. Because there's been seasons of loneliness. There was times where, you know, I got to text my boys like from back home, just say, hey, just keep me lifted up because, you know, I'm feeling alone out here right now.
Yeah.
And I need my people.
Right.
You know? And I had a couple of them just hit me up automatic, bro. Text me right away. One of my boys said, hey, I saw your text. I'm driving to go pick up my son right now, but I got like 2 minutes. Let me pray for you. Like,
it's real.
That's the power of like real community. You know, we've been in youth ministry, we've been talking about friends the last couple of weeks, and those are the kind of friends
that you need.
Like, they're gonna say, hey, you need something right now, Doug? Let me do it. Let me see even if I'm in the middle of something, I can text you an encouragement. I can let you know, hey, as soon as I'm out this meeting, I got you. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to intercede for you. Yeah. You know, hey, I'm on my way to somewhere right now, but I got like 2 minutes. Let me just give you a call real quick. Yeah. And pray and speak life over you. You know, those are the kind of brothers, those are the kind of sisters, those are the kind of people you need
that you need
in your life, bro.
For sure.
Like,
yeah, for sure. I feel like, obviously you can speak from your perspective, but I feel like the youth ministry has been getting like a lot better. Like,
yeah. You know, part of it, man, like, is just having to find myself get comfortable again. Not comfortable. You never want to be comfortable, but just regain that confidence. Say, I don't need to do anything like anybody else. I simply need to continue what I'm doing, act in obedience.
Do it how you do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Not even so much how I would do it. What is the ministry that God is putting on my heart to do? Because if I do things my way, like I want to do these cool hip things or whatever, but if God isn't telling me to do that and do that direction, like I don't need to be XYZ church. Yeah. Do ministry the way God has called you to do ministry. You have been called to a specific purpose, to a specific people. You know, if I wanted somebody else, I would have called somebody else to do it. Right. I would have got Johnny Bobby, you know, to come through. Yeah. And that was one of the things that I really just had to settle in my spirit. Like, you know, hey, God has called me here. Right. So let me stop trying to be XYZ. Let me stop trying to, you know, feel compelled to meet this or that. But let me just focus on what is God asking me to do. Yeah. So that's been good. And then we just had a wave of influx of all these incoming like junior hypers. So
junior hypers, like, it's a good way to put it.
It really is, bro.
They're lit.
Junior hypers it's a whole nother world.
Yeah. Yesterday we had all the hot chips. Tore them up. So we had like probably like 15 different bags of hot chips out there. And you know, we did a hot wings night, hot burning questions. That was the name of the night. Yeah. And it was we had hot chips for everybody. All kinds of ones. Apparently, your own chips.
I was slacking on the ones that everybody likes. I didn't have the black bags or what was it?
I've seen a few kids bring their own chips though.
Yeah.
I've seen the blue Takis running around.
Right.
Stuff, bro.
Yeah, blue Takis, man. That's like, it reminds me of like Breaking Bad or something. I was like, I don't know what this is about.
I'm not eating that.
Yeah, I don't mess with that. But
the wings were good for me, bro.
Yeah, we did the wings. So we had kids that asked us to submit us questions, and we tried to answer as many as we could. Yeah. Between the four of us while we were eating these crazy wings, kind of like the Hot One show, right? Where we got the idea from. And it was fun. We had a good time.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. But we also, I think we had some really good conversations. Like there were some really good questions. And we were able to just be in the moment and enjoy it with the kids. And like I said, we had junior hypers, so, you know, you got to try to like calm the room sometimes. But
they go off into their own little world sometimes.
Right? But so do I. So
you got to reel them back in.
Yeah. Same thing with me. Like, I forget what I was talking about today. I was teaching on something, and then a random like memory came in my head. And I just like derailed, and I was like, yo, this has nothing to do with my message. Let me get back to the point.
Yeah.
Like,
that's funny.
It's my ADHD.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to reel it back in a little bit. How did you and Aubrey meet?
So Aubrey and I were working at a hardware store. I had just left my first youth ministry position. And I had a bunch of friends that were working at this hardware store. And my boy was like, hey, you want to work here? I can get you in. So started working at this hardware store. And I think I was clowning her, like, because, you know, that's what I do. We were in the lunchroom, and she had just got like the new iPhone, whatever it was at the time, like 5, 6. And she was saying something about, oh yeah, the new iPhone, it does this. And I was team Android until like 2 years ago. Right?
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
The 12 was my first iPhone. So wasn't a hater, just I like my Android. So I was sitting there and she was like, oh yeah, this phone does this. And I was just like on my phone. I was like, nah, it doesn't do that. She was like, what? I was like, nah, the Android phone will do that, but the iPhone won't do it. I don't remember what it was. It was some feature.
Homeboy was just hating.
Yeah. I was like, nah, because I'm a techie. So like, so I was telling her, she was like, oh, okay. Like, it was awkward.
She's like, dang.
But so a bunch of us at the from my church were working at the store. So everybody was inviting her and stuff, and I was starting a young adults ministry. So it was just like, so hey, we're starting a young adults ministry. You want to come through? You're more than welcome to. She came and we just developed a friendship. We were friends for about a year and some change, and then we started dating, and we dated for another year and some change. I think 3 years in, I proposed. Got married. We've been married we just had our 7th anniversary.
7th anniversary.
I think so. I'm losing track, bro.
And Santi's what, 3?
Santi's 2.
2?
2. He's the size of a 3-year-old, but he's 2.
Yeah, he's a little buff guy.
He's my little giant. Bro, he's 2 and a few months. His birthday's at the end of May. And
he's going to play for the Kings.
Yo, he's already 3 feet, 3 inches.
He's up there, though.
He's tall.
Dang, for a 2-year-old? Dang.
That's what I'm saying.
No, that is tall, bro. I thought he was like 3 or 4.
Yeah. So I just keep handing him a basketball. I'm like, in the name of Jesus, you're going to love this sport. You're going to own this.
Does he have a little toy basketball?
Yeah.
He plays with it a lot?
No.
Oh, okay.
Bro, I gotta step my dad game up. I gotta get him working.
Yeah.
I seen this video. I forget the kid's name on Instagram. There's this little kid, and he's like 8 or 9 now. But the dad's been like filming him since he was like Santi's age. Bro, at Santi's age, he was already practicing his handles.
Oh, like at 2, he was already practicing handles.
Bro, at like 2.5, he had him practicing. He had him like doing all these little drills. His dad's like a basketball trainer,
like a coach.
Yeah. So he's got, I think his name's Mason Elite on Instagram. I think that's it. This little kid, I mean, he's got him like these videos of him just
so he's like 8 now?
Yeah, he's like 8 now. Hooper, bro. Like,
dang.
Break my ankles all day.
Going to the NBA.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. As long as he keeps growing.
Yeah.
If not, he gonna play in China.
You're right. He's gonna be in the D League. Yeah. He's gonna be overseas.
Yeah. He'll play in Vegas. Yeah. He'll play the G League Ignite.
You're gonna play for the Aces.
Right. Dang. But that's crazy. It's crazy.
This is horrible.
But no, so I gotta work on my parenting game up and make sure I invest some time.
Put a ball in his hand.
Right.
When he's sleeping, bro, just have the Kings.
Right. Telling him.
Kings old school.
But he watches the games with me. I got him down. Like, kids will love what you share with them to love. Yeah. You know? So like he'll watch games with me and he'll go. I think he can actually say Kings now, but like most of last season he was 1.5, 2, right? His season starts in October, so 3 weeks away.
Oh, it's about to be,
bro. Sorry.
Oh yeah, because preseason was just in Vegas.
Yeah. Summer League was just here in Vegas. So,
bro, I wanted to go to a game, but
I'm trying to go to the tournament. The tournament is the same week as my birthday.
When?
December 16th.
The tournament.
Yeah.
Oh, the mid-season.
The new mid-season tournament.
Yeah, it's gonna be all the. I don't think no good players.
No, they are.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, because it counts. Too. It counts. So the real players are gonna play. It's not gonna be summer league. It's not gonna be scrubs.
They're gonna tax though. I feel like.
Oh man.
The tickets are gonna be up there. Bro.
They are.
Yeah.
I already looked at them.
It's a whole tournament. Oh, they're already selling them. How much?
Yeah. For a single game, I can get decent tickets for like $130, which is still a lot for one game.
Oh, it's not like general admission for the whole day?
So you can do that, but that's like
600, 700?
Starting price is like 12.
Dang.
Yeah.
Sponsor us.
Right? We'll do this courtside.
Right, exactly.
But no, man, just like, kids will do whatever, like they'll love whatever you teach them to love.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like he watches games with me and he yells, "Go Nings, go Nings!" Now I think he can actually say Kings.
Yeah.
So he's yelling, "Go Kings!" Even when we were watching the it was hard because play NBA and hockey line up.
Yeah.
But we were watching the Knights games and "Go Knights, go Knights, go!" Yeah. He was doing it. But like things like that, I got love for nerd stuff like Spider-Man and Batman and stuff like that. So he loves Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
He loves those things.
Yeah.
You know, Aubrey is super into. He's so funny, dude. Like he gets juiced over pumpkins because my wife, you know, is a no disrespect, but basic white girl, and
pumpkin spice.
Yeah, I'm saying
Starbucks lattes, all that.
Right. So like he sees a pumpkin and he gets juiced because mom loves pumpkins and fall and all those things and Christmas and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So he gets excited about that. But man, just for parents out there, show them how much you love God, and they'll love him too. Like it's that simple.
Yeah.
You know,
kids learn so much so quick.
My son, I tell him I'm not feeling good, or something happened the other day, and like he like hit me with a ball in accident. I was like, dang, dude, that hurt. And he goes, oh, you hurt, Dad? I go, yeah. He goes, oh, okay. And he goes over and puts his hand on my knee, closes his eyes, and goes, thank you, Jesus. Daddy's knee. Amen. You know, he's learned that when we get hurt, we pray and we ask God to heal us. You know, he randomly will like hug me and just like pray for me randomly out of nowhere.
That's crazy. Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, I joke about getting annoyed about the songs that I have on repeat, but like Kane, I'm so blessed. Like he can almost sing the whole song. My son is going around at 2.5 years old saying, I'm so blessed. You know, I'm so blessed.
Yeah. It's good.
Like,
can't ask for more.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's what we instill in our children.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it makes such a big difference on what do we do around the home? How do we actually live it out? You know? Because it really they'll pick up.
It affects you forever. Like how your parents raised you.
Yeah, they'll pick it up. So I want him to like he gets excited about going to church, even though like it's our job. We love what we do. You know, so he gets excited when we say, "Hey, we're gonna go to church." Oh, let's go to church. Go to church. He also loves going to get donuts right now. So if I can't get him at the house, I just tell him, "Hey, you want to go get donuts?" And he's juiced. Pink Box. Sponsor us.
Oh, that's how you've been on the Pink Box?
Oh, bro, Pink Box is my jam.
Bro, I got a box of Pink Box.
Aubrey's like, that's the best donuts I've ever had.
Like a week and a half ago?
Yeah. Excuse me.
They were kind of weak.
What?
They were kind of weak, bro. The thing is, there was one that was fire, though. It was just like the chocolate cake donut. I like the cake donuts.
That's the one Aubrey had today.
Chocolate one?
She was like, it was a brownie.
Bro, it was fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fire. I had that one. Had the little red velvet, little unicorn.
Yeah.
I was messing with the unicorn, but
right.
Red velvet was
you didn't eat no turds?
Nah. But they had Krispy Kreme.
Yeah. You tell me the strawberry ones?
Bro, they had the strawberry glaze.
I missed out.
Bro, we ate there was two boxes, bro.
There was a Krispy Kreme right by our old church, and I'd stop and get stuff there every now and again. And there's literally Krispy Kreme on this side of the street, and like on the other side of the street, the local like donut shop. Local donut shop always beat out Krispy Kreme.
No, for sure. Yeah.
Baker's Donuts and Sac.
Bro, there used to be a spot called D's Donuts.
D's, yeah. There's one down the street from my house.
D's Donuts, right?
Yeah. Fire.
It's fire, bro.
Fire.
It's like a little Asian lady in there.
Yeah.
It's killer, bro.
Yeah. Super nice people too. Yeah.
Nah, but I always like the cake donuts.
Yeah.
Like to me, they're just like
maple bar, bro. That's my go-to.
With the bacon. Ooh. Oh no! Tell me why Pink Box, bro. One time, Angie and I both.
Yeah.
We had the Pink Box bacon.
Oh yeah.
Last time I got food
or something.
Last time I got food poisoning.
Dang! I rebuked that spirit, bro.
Yeah, bro. So
it was something you ate the night before. It wasn't that.
Nah, fam. It wasn't. It was
that. It was that spicy sushi.
A little funky.
It was that all you can eat.
Yeah, it was not. It's sushi would never do that to me, bro. It's sushi's loyal.
Loyal to the soil.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Bro, how did you start getting into like running ads in that space? Like
it's just
creative design and doing all the graphics.
So when I was an intern for youth ministry, the pastor that was over us, our youth pastor, he was a graphic designer. So he taught us all how to do graphic design, like gave us some basics. I'm probably the only one of the group that really like grabbed it and ran with it. Taught us how to edit videos and stuff like that. So I can like do all the, all that stuff. But Photoshop and stuff is just what really I leaned into.
Yeah.
So I was doing that for a while. That has always been a little extra income for me throughout, since I've known how to do it. It's crazy because that's how I ended up meeting that's part of how I built a relationship with my old senior pastor, my spiritual father, because It's crazy. So his grandparents dedicated me as a baby.
Wow.
Crazy story.
I'm not sure I understand.
It's okay, sir. You'll get there.
Yeah.
So
she's not there yet.
Right. She's not there yet. She got to get some more spirit.
It's okay.
So his grandparents dedicated me as a baby. I didn't really know him. One of my childhood pastors was serving at their church at the time. And I had visited once. Some of my friends that I grew up with were like going to their church and stuff. But I literally, again, just felt the Holy Spirit just saying, hey, you need to go hang out with this guy. And I just kept feeling it. And one day I just texted him or reached out to him on Facebook Messenger and was just like, hey, man, I just keep feeling in my spirit, like God just telling me I got to connect with you. So can I take you out for coffee or something? We connected. Some of the feelings and thoughts and ideas that I had around church and ministry and everything were really kind of like were in line with his. And he asked me, hey, we were talking about stuff that we do. And I was like, yeah, I do graphic design and stuff as well. So I started doing all their banners and stuff for their website and like their sermon series and stuff like that. And started working for him doing that. And so he was bivocational at the time too. So where he was working was across the street from the church that I was serving at. So I'd go meet up with him after work and we'd just chop it up and,
learn new stuff.
Yeah. And work with him. And we built a relationship from there, man. And, one thing that I really drew me to their church and to them is I was serving at this church at the time, a church where I got saved in and got nothing but love for. But I just felt God like saying, okay, hey, this season is coming to a close. So yeah, I felt the transition coming. I talked to my pastor, and again, the church was going through a lot of stuff at that time. And when I was hanging out with him, I was like, hey man, I feel like, and he was like, your pastor needs you. He needs somebody who's going to be solid on his team, somebody who's going to be there and support him. I think you need to be faithful right now in this season. So I did that. I took that advice, and I was there, served for another year. And then again, I just felt, okay, hey, your time here is coming to a close. And I remember talking to him, and at the time, like, bro, there had been a couple people who would hit me up like, hey, the grass is greener over here, whoop-de-woo, come serve at our church, or, we got a spot for you, all this and that.
Yeah.
And I just wasn't feeling it. And I didn't like that approach.
Yeah.
Like, ministry shouldn't be the grass is greener. Yeah. Like, that's not a thing.
It's green everywhere.
Right. It's green where you make it.
Yeah.
So in that season, I was like, okay, what do you want me to do, God? So, and then about a year later, I told him, I was like, hey man, I'm feeling like, because at that time he'd become a good friend, a mentor. Said, what do you think? And he said, hey, I think you're right. Your season might be coming to a close. And he never once, and this is where I just grew so much love and respect for him. He never once told me the grass is greener, come over here, sales pitch me, like any of that stuff.
Right.
He said, man, go visit a couple churches, see what God's speaking to you, see if he's telling you to stay committed, just see what the Lord has for you. And so Aubrey and I, we were serious. We weren't engaged yet, but we were serious about our relationship at that time. So we both went and visited a couple churches. We visited theirs, and we both felt like, hey, this is where we're supposed to be. So I hit him up and I was like, hey, man, I just really feel like God is telling me I need to serve under you, man. There's things I need to learn and grow and be connected to you. And he was like, well, praise God. He said, I was already feeling that. I already knew that. But the same way that he never wanted to push me away and or hold me back, he never tried to tell me, like, come here, the grass is green or anything like that. He said, I needed you to hear from God. So because if God doesn't give you that revelation, then, you need to be able to come and say, hey, God sent me here.
Yeah.
And then even after that, he was like, hey, make sure you talk to your pastors, make sure you honor them, make sure you, let them know what's going on. Don't leave on bad terms. Like, do this in a healthy way.
Yeah.
Like, again, I had so many, even when we first transitioned to that church, I had so many people calling me, and their whole thing was, oh, ministry's going to be great over here. It's better over here. Like, nobody ever said, I felt like God is telling you to come here.
Yeah.
And, man, just, again, my love and respect for him through the roof. So yeah, that's how we ended up there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how we got here talking about that, but
no, how'd you learn your ads? Like, bro, how'd you learn how
so
to do the
I was
ads?
doing all these different roles. I already had been doing some like graphic design,
Bro, you gotta be dying.
right? Graphic design, web design,
Yeah.
and then I was getting ads.
Uh-huh.
I was getting ads about learning how to do ads.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, let me pause. Because we were just talking about how you speak. You do not have me dying. You have me laughing. So let me rebuke that. I don't want to say anything about me dying.
I don't want to be having a stroke on here.
I'm just laughing. So. Angie will see that and get mad at me.
That's funny.
Or hear that.
So yeah, I was literally getting ads about learning how to do ads, and the only reason I get ads for stuff like that all the time.
Yeah.
But the dude who was a part of that, he grew up in the church that I grew up in. So there was already some relational credit there. You know, I knew him. I knew where he came from. I know like a lot of friends that I have are really close to him. So I know he's an honest dude. He wasn't just trying to like sell this program and like all this and that. But he was like, hey, this is a legit program. At the time, bro, Santi was a few months away. And I was like, I got to get another hustle. Yeah. Got to get something going. And just prayed about it, cried about it. Talked to my wife. I'm like, hey, I feel like we need to, we got to invest a little bit of money. And I want to learn how to do this. I used to collect Funko Pops. And I kept Spider-Man, all my Spider-Man ones to give to Santi. That was my excuse. But I sold all the other Funko Pops I had. I even took a loss on some of them because I was just trying to get money quick. Yeah. There was people in that like collectors community who were like, "Yo, you are stupid for selling them for such a low price." I was like, "Look, the first person who can give me, I don't remember, I think it was like $500 for this lot. The lot was probably worth like $1,500, $1,200. Okay. But you needed it quick. I needed it quick, and I didn't want to sit here and be like, you don't want to go back and forth negotiating. Yeah, and then you're never gonna sell them, piece each one, and this one's worth 50. This one's worth 200. This one's worth like sell them. Yeah. This is what I need to get started. This is about investing in my family. So I'm gonna sell these pops and get it popping. Yeah, and it worked out good. Yeah. So I've been doing the ads, running ads for a few years now. It's been a blessing. My biggest success with running ads has been for church. It's been awesome. The church back home. I run ads for their events. A church of a couple hundred people is having events with 1,500 plus people. A small, a relatively smaller church, of 150, 200 people are running these community events where they're getting, well over 1,000 people. Yeah. Like I'm telling you, like over 1,500 people are coming through to these outreaches. Yeah, that's awesome. Because of the ads that we're running for them. Yeah. It's cool that you're able to use that skill that you have to be able to It's the kingdom, help another church out. Yeah. It's the kingdom. Yeah. So I don't charge nearly what it's worth, but man, I'm stacking riches somewhere else. Yeah, for sure. And I'm happy about it. Like I'm not like, oh man, I should be charging. Blah, 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 blah. Like, bro, this is the hardest part for me, like to do business, and my wife gets on me all the time. But like, I just want to serve people. So like, when people are like, oh, you got to charge more, there's sometimes I'm doing ads for graphic designs for like $50. And my wife's like, yo, people pay like a couple $100 for what you're doing. I'm like, yeah, I just want to serve people. Yeah. I just want to serve the church. I just want to build the kingdom. Like, I know I should be getting paid more. I know I should, but like, you'll be rewarded for that later. Yeah. My heart is like, hey, what can you work with? Okay, let's do it. Yeah. I mean, I want to be able to do more than get paid more. And God will reward me on the other side of it. Yeah. Like it's still sowing seed, Yeah, for sure. But yeah, man, I love what I do. I love serving. Like that's my heart at the end of the day. I love to serve, bro. That's awesome. Put me anywhere. Like, and I've told God that, man. There's a thing, like a lot of people sing these songs, put me anywhere. Like, hey, can you help us clean the restrooms this weekend? Ooh. Yeah. I'm like, I thought you was just singing "Put Me Anywhere." Put me anywhere, but the restrooms or the nursery or the youth, I'll gladly serve in front of the camera. You know, people don't really mean put me anywhere, right? But I remember, and I remember we were at some like networking events, ministers networking event a couple months ago. We're in a small little church, like barely bigger than this space, and there was like the church like 50 people. And I remember I was praying, and I said, God, if this is what you had for me, if this is what you want for me, I don't believe it is, but if this is what you want for me, I'm going to do it wholeheartedly. I'm going to love it. He had me serving 10 people in a little community church in the middle of Indian reservation.
Nowhere.
You know, like nowhere.
Middle of the desert.
Yeah. Me and a couple scorpions. Yeah. You know what I mean? If I got to do the ministry of a bunny refuge,
right?
Like
at your house,
like if that's what you got for me, I'm gonna love it. You know, and that's really just been my heart in this last season. Whatever it is, as long as I know that I'm being obedient and doing what you asked me to do, put me wherever you need me. Put me in, coach.
Yeah, you'll be rewarded for it. Yeah, for sure.
It's not even about that, bro. It's just about like.
Just doing it.
Yeah, just doing
having that heart for him.
Just having that heart. Like, I just want to obey you because I love you, because I fear you, because I know that your ways are better. Like, that's it. Yeah. You don't know what's down the road for you. Yeah. I'm good. Yeah. You're good no matter what. Whatever you got for me, if it's what you got for me, then I know I'm straight. Yeah. Simple. Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. I know you got to leave here soon. Yeah. Do you want to end off by just talking about a little bit of like the events you have going on for the youth ministry? Yeah, we got some fun stuff going on. We'll plug in the youth Instagram. We'll plug in Chris's Instagram. Yeah. I'm actually going to be on another podcast. It's coming out next week. So make sure you check out the Firebrand Show. Dope. We'll plug that in there. Dope, folks. Yeah, September 20th, we're having a big event. We're going to have inflatables, a DJ, the works, bro. It'll be fun. It's going to be fun. Yeah. It's going to be dope. So make sure you're there if you're a youth. Yeah, junior high schooler, come through. Like, it's going to be fun. The next week, I got a professional, a chaplain for professional athletes. And dude has a huge heart for God. Yeah. And my boy Chris Avila. Chris, yeah. He's coming through. G3 Experience, I think is the Instagram handle. Okay. But yo, he's off the hook. I love the dude's heart, and he's going to be sharing the next week. So excited, man. Excited about being able to really activate some students. My voice totally pitched there, but it's good. It happens. Yeah. Really activate some students into like, hey, let's reach to some folks. Right. No, I think that'll be great. And I'm excited about it, man. Kids will love it. Yeah, I think we're going to get another push. People get up in arms about talking about numbers, but numbers is reach. You know, how many people you're impacting. You know, so I'm excited about seeing growth in that capacity. Definitely. And also seeing growth in like, hey, it's gonna make some kids like, I'm ready to step up. Yeah, definitely. You know, so super excited for that, man. That's awesome. Sounds like it's going to be great. Yeah. Yeah. So appreciate you coming on the podcast. Yes, sir. It was always fun. You had fun? Always, bro. Yeah. Bro, give me some good coffee. Bro, shout the coffee out. Shout out the coffee. What is Dark it? Side? Dark Moon. Dark Moon. Dark Moon. Dark Side. Dark Side. Dang. Cut that out. Shout out to Dark Moon. Dark Moon coffee. Yeah, yo, that's funny. Off the hook. Cool, bro. Yeah. All right. We'll see y'all later. Later.